Judgment Day. Just kidding. What is today? March 31, 2021. Wobble. Where? Sit. Sit down. With special guests, this is our first rap video featuring Wapo the dog. Our hip hop rap with big booty bitches like this. Yeah. Wapo, you're a guy. Come over here, please. Thank you. Sit down. Sit. Good boy. All right. So when I wanted to take it to Baja California, Mexico, we went over after I did the smog, the certification, the brake-in light. After I did all that, granted, I was driving it up and down, left and right, absolutely everywhere, and there was completely no issue with the car whatsoever. The day that we're like, okay, let's take the car over to Mexico to start the process of it getting actually fixed, body work, paint, the whole nine, airbags, airbag module, everything. I got there, I got inside the car, went to go turn it on like completely normal, and it just went, turn on the airbags, the fans kicked on, and it said, nope.
What's this thing he's holding up?
What is it? Can you do the...
No me digas que te lo vas a llevar con los... ¿Sí se apagan los wipers, no? ¿O los vas a llevar?
Oh, ¿quieres que le...? Mira, abre el hood. Le voy a desconectar el motor de los wipers, ¿ok? Para que no estén haciendo así, porque no sirve la... ¿La manivela? No sirve, ¿ah?
Sí, no sirve.
¿Y te vas manejando? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Ay, cabrón, ¿dónde están los wipers?
Last time.
In here, ¿no? ¿Dónde está el pinche motor?
Here's the...
O vis que es el fuse, ¿ah? Ah, el fuse.
Bubble, sit. You want to go inside? Go inside. Bye. Oh. You're a strong boy. All right, I'm gonna tie him over here so he can be in the shade, because I think that's what he wants. All right, you're gonna stay there, okay, Wops? So, turn the key. Electronics turn on. Car does not turn over. No starter, no clicks. We thought it was a battery, so we overcharged. We charged the battery overnight. Tried the next day, turn it over to click, nothing turned on. We're trying to initially bypass all the electronics and see if we can do it old school, pop in the clutch, pushing it forward, rolling it forward. See if the starter wanted to go by popping the clutch, leaving it in second, popping it. All right.
This is don't flood it.
A story to remember.
Let's go. Mira, no va viendo nada, nomás le va dando los güeyes, va a tocar con la güey. You gotta go that way, you gotta go all the way. No, ya no se va a poder, ahora que se darle de frente. Mark, tienes que salir, por aquí no vas a salir, güey, está una pared.
No puedo mirar nada.
Pero ni siquiera tratas, Mark. ¿A poco no ves nada de aquí, hijo?
Pues aquí estaba porque estaba Max, con nalgas de Max.
Ahí ya ves el
Ahora sí.
Vamos, Max, ayúdanos tú. Be his eyes, man. Be good, man. Está allá atrás.
So we're gonna keep pushing it back.
Pump it, put it in reverse, Pump the clutch. Okay.
Nothing? Okay.
Here we go. Oh no, it's good. Listen, Suéltale. Es que así le falta señal, algo.
Oh, putting it in. Oh man.
Love it.
How are we doing? How's it going? It's just super awkward, just in the middle of the street. Yeah. It's okay. But yeah, we're trying to push in, trying to pop the clutch, and it wouldn't turn over. Because it's just, there has to be somewhere that's not allowing it to send information to the starter, to push the starter, to turn the engine over. So that's the next thing that we're going to try to do. We're going to try to give direct power to the starter and have that be pushed over and see if we can just manually do it. But we didn't have a chance to, we had to come home. It's been a lot of trial and error. We've been taking a look at a lot of the electronics portion of it, taking like the fuses, checked all the voltages on the fuses, checked the voltages on the OBD2 port, because when we plugged it in OBD2 port, it's not saying that it's failed to read, so it's not reading it. So then we thought it was the computer. So we pulled the computer out of the car. We took it to a tuner shop to give a diagnostics of the actual computer. The diagnostic shop says that the computer is completely fine, which is the better news, just because at that point I was hoping I wouldn't have to purchase a new ECU. So the computer's perfectly fine. Fuses are all reading perfectly fine. There's no broken fuses, there's no out fuses. So right now we are in a pickle. We're stuck in the middle with you. We are dead. Basically, what a couple mechanics that we took a look at is they think that there is a hidden kill switch. Either one, a hidden kill switch. Two, there is a factory alarm issue. There is an aftermarket alarm issue, or there's a starter issue. But again, from one day to the next, there's nothing really that happened different from one day to the next. So it's really nothing. And then power is going to the starter, power's in the ECU. We checked power for the ECU, power is getting there. So I was looking on the forums, all over the forums, to take a look at any of the possibilities of what other people with Evos have. Granted, this is my first Evo, so I thought the solution was just adding a bigger turbo, but I guess it's not. I guess that's not the solution. And that's where we're at as of right now. The car is completely dismantled just because we had to open up the door, which the body guy was supposed to do, but we opened up the door just to get access to the fuses, to check the fuses, double check the fuses, because there's these wiring harnesses that are just there, that's not plugged into anything, which leads us to believe that there is some sort of aftermarket something somewhere. We just don't know what's disrupting the voltage and the currents and the information, pushing it over to overturn the EC or the engine. So yeah, they're thinking it's also a key fob issue, that sometimes they just you need to reprogram it to the ECU. There's no issues around it there. I couldn't find anything in regards to issues, but that's where we're at. The car is immobilized, so I can't take it to get it repaired. So it's just kind of annoying.
I guess. What's the next move?
Figuring out where the kill switch is. Figuring out what's wrong with it. If there is a short, if it's the damage. You just got to get somebody that knows Mitsubishis. Somebody that knows them and how they're wired and what's the common issues and problems. But outside of that, that's pretty much it. That's all we got to do. We got to just figure somebody out that knows that stuff. But yeah, we've already had 3 people look at it and they can't really find it. Just gotta wait. It's with time and dedication. If there's a will, there's a way. But yeah, it's just kind of annoying. It's just the amount of, the fact that it was working one day and it was ready to go, and then the fact that the next day after that it was just, that's the annoyance. That's annoying. That's it. This is my Z. Update on the Z. What's good?
Coming soon.
Coming soon. It's just still baller. That's it.
Yeah, I go.
It doesn't go up. It's the highest it goes.
No, it's going up.
It is?
Yeah. Okay, bring it down a little slowly.
This was like the third day trying to figure out what was wrong with the Evo.
All the way.
We decided to jack it up on these wooden blocks and try to bridge the starter to spin the engine.
I think you're gonna have to get it from the other.
But before that, we wanted to do a few more tests with the voltmeter. We were going to try to make our own leads for testing and bridging. What we did is we tried testing the fuses and relays, and nothing was really working, so we had to finally bridge the starter. But that didn't really do anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, put the clutch in, might as well. Okay. Nada tostada. Dale, hijo, dale tú con la llave.
The problem was that it wasn't engaging the flywheel to crank the engine. It was just spinning in place.
Okay, espérate. Aguanta. Don't do anything. Ish.
So that idea was trashed, and so we had to figure out some other way. And then we did something that seemed like we were on track.
Did something.
What'd you do?
I bridged it.
You bridged what? 7 and 8?
No. 7 and 14 are the last two.
So now, remember,
It's flooded.
it's not gonna start because the mass airflow sensor is unplugged.
Oh, plug it in.
Plug it in.
Good battery, no? You see how sluggish it is?
Yeah.
So,
Long story short, bottom line at the end of the day is there was a reason for that bridge.
Right.
That
Which
cabling that was just laying around everywhere, there was a reason for
There was
it.
a reason and a motive that they initially did that. It
was a bypass.
bypass. They were bypassing
Of something.
They were bypassing some kind of alarm, something, which that bridge powered the crank.
Because we bridged the power to the ECU, powered pin to pin 8.
8 to 16.
To 8 to 16.
Which gave it juice.
8 was ECM, so
ECM, the computer.
And it started cranking over.
Crank.
So we checked that there was spark.
So after we got crank, that means we got
Right.
power to somewhere.
To something.
Now we gotta check spark and fuel. And of course, so we pulled the plug.
Spark plug.
Spark
smelled
plug.
like gas.
It smelled like gas, so gas is
was
not an
good.
issue. It's getting to the chamber. Just there's no spark to ignite.
Maybe this suction cup?
oh, there you go. Yeah. There it is.
Oh shit! Dang! You need new plugs. Oh shit! Oh,
That gap is huge.
I thought it was
Tiny, actually.
I thought it was like welded together. The gap?
Oh, what is that? That's
That's the plug.
no, but that's the way.
Oh, I guess that's
the requirement. Plug probably.
That right there?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
This goddamn Japanese cars and
So-
hot dogs.
Smell it. There's gas in there.
Oh, so it's flooded?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you just thought my dad liked smelling things.
No, yeah. Yesterday, when the guy brought you the meat, you were like,
I can't smell it.
We might see an arc. Right?
Just don't get shocked.
Oh, I mean, it's a small shock. It's not a big shock. Put it against metal. Any kind of metal. There you go. The tip like that.
Yeah.
That way it arcs there.
Dad, I'm scared.
this is new to us, Dad.
Yeah, we're noobs.
So, let me show you. Hang on.
We've never had a turboed car before.
Yeah, turbo, my ass.
I didn't see anything. Nothing.
No?
Here, let me show you. The switch. Nope.
Nothing? Okay. Leave it on, leave it on, leave it on. Okay, so that's power.
And so at that point, we're like, okay, well, you said, you know what? Find a ground, or we might need to
Right.
power another pin on the OBD2. And we check. I got a spark, and then we went back to
square one.
So I'm thinking that there's a fuse somewhere that we can't find. I couldn't find it. You can't find it.
Well, and then you bridge the relays.
I bridged relay,
And it started turning over
cranking.
again.
Yeah, it was cranking again. But now we're back at square two. No spark.
No spark, but crank.
Well, crank.
Which I think it's probably the relays that are always go out.
Which is common with these
Which
cars.
is common.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna buy
The kit.
the relay kit.
Mm-hmm.
At that point we have it brand new. Plug
Worst
them all
case
in.
scenario. Worst case scenario, which I already mentioned to you, is that there's no fuse, and we search the
ECU.
the ECU. So maybe another diagnosis, or have an extra one on hand. I don't know.
Well, if you get an extra one on hand, I gotta program the key to it. And
Right,
have
true,
this
true,
and
yeah.
that, and the VIN, I have to add the VIN to it.
Or optimistically defeat it.
I don't know. Another day.
Another day.
I'm probably gonna call a couple of friends that I know that know these cars. I took a picture of those. We opened up the fuse box.
Fuse box.
And there was
A lot of cabling.
a lot of cabling crimped together
Yeah.
with caps and
Yeah.
duct tape or
Yeah.
electrical tape. So that might have something to do with it. Maybe it's not pushing something over somewhere.
Somewhere.
Because for sure the alarm is. The
Um,
factory alarm is either disconnected or not available. Because I hit the alarm button, it unlocks, it locks, but it doesn't. The alarm doesn't go off.
It doesn't.
So there's something with the alarm. What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. And we're going home to go eat breakfast, shower,
To chill.
and get my Cubans going on.
Yeah. For real.
That's it.
Uh,
We walk away.